It's Age of Mythology Retold, point of view time. We're going to be watching Tag Recon, or Recon from the Tag clan. He's going to be playing Isis, which is, as many of you might know, is my favorite god. One of them, Isis and Loki, do like a bit of them. And he's going to be playing against Soup as the Frey. Now, Tag Recon, or Recon as we're going to call him throughout this game, much easier, is one of the best Isis players there is. It's absolutely ridiculous. Him and the Mister are or were, probably are going to be again for the tournament, practice partners, and they both just have a ridiculous Isis. So much so that people thought, or still think sometimes, that Isis is just absolutely busted. But I think it's just how these guys play it. And we'll see what Recon does in this one. It's always a treat to watch this one, as Isis, I know a lot about how to play her, what I think is good. And already Recon doing something pretty funky. So he is swapping between the monument to the villagers and the laborers here to just min-max, getting as much favor in as he possibly can, as Isis gets extra favor from empowering with the Pharaoh. So you get more empowering with the Pharaoh as Ra and Set as well, but Isis is just doubled, so you get so much more favor in, and it means that you can afford the 8 favor for this tech called Flood of the Nile, where you get extra food income, and he's doing that one nice and early. He's also doing something a bit strange here compared to what most players do, so he's grabbing pickaxe a little bit slower than most, and that is because he didn't have 4 villagers over on the board straight away, which you need 4 right at the beginning to be able to afford pickaxe and everything. So he is obviously very happy with this build. Got Flood of the Nile coming in now. He's also stopped min-maxing it after he gets the 8 favor, because sometimes you miss some drops and that is not worth it. If you miss a drop, it is rough just to gain the tiniest little bit of extra favor. But anyway, he's going to be sending 5 over to the gold, and then I imagine back over to the food. That's going to be enough for an advance time. A bit different than I've seen it done before, but it all ends up with the same. But one thing I haven't mentioned that I really do like is he's dropped a granary anyway on these boars, whereas you don't really need to. You can drag them underneath the town center, but he wants his Pharaoh to be empowering the tech, because the tech Blood of the Nile comes through quicker if he's doing that. 3 villages to build the temple means he wants this temple up right here, right now. The berserks could come through for Soup. He's not going to be able to attack anything. He can only really wail on the priest, because the priest, he's a weak boy. He can't really fight back. And he's also a slow boy. He doesn't really have much going from the priest, but he can heal things up, which is nice. He's managed to get 3 obelisks down. Very aggressive obelisks, too. Maybe he was hoping for maybe a town center to be dropped here, as in spotted from the obelisks. They are just over here, more than likely. But he's spotting a lot of gold mines. So, wants to see what Soup is up to in his end, rather than maybe what a lot of Isis players do, or Egyptian players in general, is put obelisks around their side. I will swap these guys over. Should be Recon on the right side, and he's going to be going through Bast, and he's dropping 10 villagers over here with the mining camp. Now, is he going to drop the prosperity? Now, Recon and that crew were big on dropping the prosperity early, because what they like to do is grab a load of priests nice and early. So he is grabbing the priests, but no prosperity. So we'll see if he grabs a town center. See, this build to me screams town center, but he doesn't have any vision of them. You can guess, it's probably up here. You kind of walk over here, he could go for it. Against Norse, I don't know if that's what you want to go for. He also hasn't really spotted enough of the map. His priest was getting hit back. He has spotted a town center now, whether he decides to go for it, but he won't be able to straight away if that's what he wants to go for. So we'll see what his decision-making process is. Some nice houses on the backside. He's spotting some hearses running around getting relics. So he's probably gone for his build where he gets a lot of hearses out early. Looks like he definitely has. Now, what's he doing? So he's got 500 gold, and he's going to be going over to the food. Is this just like a super fast heroic? That's wild. There is going to be a Asgardian hill fort. I don't think Recon spotted that. It was just on the on my screen, but I don't think he would have seen that anyway. But I think it's just a super fast heroic, with the Pharaoh coming over to gain extra gold from every villager, and then all the food from every villager. Oh, I could have said that a lot better, but anyway, that's what he's going for. But a one monument version means that he's going to get up to the next stage in record time. He is getting Sacred Cats as well, which will gain him an extra 10% on these huntables, so even more food for even more juiciness, and the market will be going up. and there's going to be a Sphinx. The Sphinx's job is to catch out any villagers if they are there, but more often than not, in this situation, if he's going for a fast heroic, the Sphinx is here just to scout, see what's going on. He is slightly faster than the hearses, because the Frey hearses don't have that extra speed like some of the other ones do. And the Sphinx will be able to run away, and it is a super fast Nephthys. So Ancestors Eclipse going to be very, very early, but we have seen that Soup has loads of hearses out, so maybe the Ancestors Eclipse doesn't get much damage done if he wants to go on the eco, like a lot of players used to do, before Ancestors Eclipse was, of course, nerfed. And where's he going from here? He's getting his wood upgrade, so potentially wanted to go into some chariot archers, maybe just pure chariot archers. It's something that I really like doing. I don't go this fast when I do it. Normally, I go for a second monument, at least, sometimes a third monument, and then Migdor Stronghold down, chariot archers, scorpion men, that kind of situation. But you could do the same without the scorpion men. You could just go pure chariots and see what Soup can do about it. That would be good against most Norse players, as in Thor, Odin, Loki. I could imagine that being strong. But Soup did go for Asgardian Bastion from Ula here, which means he does have access to his Huskarls, which are a pretty decent counter to the chariot archers. They're the same speed, which is rough. But what I do really like about this build is just a 643 advance time, which is so quick to get up to the next stage. And because he's seen no units, he can just walk out and drop a Migdor. Normally, when I'd be in this situation, I'd be panicking because I wouldn't be able to do it. Wouldn't be able to drop that as there'd be loads of units out. But there's no units out for Soup here. Ancestors Eclipse does get dropped down. The Sphinx is here for scouting purposes to make sure that could drop down. And they do have a negative multiplier against villagers, but if enough of them do attack villagers, then they're in for a good time. Huskarls are, of course, out. Scorpion Man coming in. And it's more just a case of idling the villagers for the time being. It's also getting some damage done on the hearses, but not the best Ancestors Eclipse I've ever seen. Is idling quite a lot, though. Maybe it is. Nothing on food, nothing on gold. Now the dwarfs are back. Pretty much idled the eco for 30 seconds, and it is enough time to get the Migdor Stronghold up. Could he have done that with just Ancestors? That's the question. I don't know. It doesn't give them any extra HP, does it? It's literally just, yeah, increases your damage and speed. So maybe they can juke the hearses for a little bit longer. Anyway, he's only got one monument, so it's not like you're really saving that Eclipse or anything. And he's spending his favor as soon as he gets it, because he's getting this same upgrade that he got earlier. I think he wanted the upgrade, and then he was like, well, I only built one monument, so I won't be able to drop a Migdor Stronghold, so cancel that one. And it is going to be Chariot Archers. The Scorpion Man over here is just for fun. He's just for show. He's the OG. Jumped out of the temple, not going to be building any more of him. He's going to get a swift 15 damage off on the gate per claw attack. Nice to be a Scorpion Man. But the Chariot Archer is going to be great up against all those hearses. Is there going to be a monument dropped on the front? That's what I want to see from Recon. I want to see monument dropped either here or even forward. One of the best things to do against some of these aggressive god powers that could come your way. Whether that be flaming weapons, you can't really stop because you can flaming weapons a unit in your base and everything's fine. But it's going to be A-gear anyway, so against an A-gear Tempest or against a Skadi Frost or something like that, you want to drop a monument. Is there going to be a monument as soon as he sees it, or is he not thinking about that? Maybe, I don't know what he is thinking. Could grab some camels, grab some axemen if he wants to. There's no barracks down yet, so no axemen going to be in for the time being anyway. Chariot Archer's going down here, but there's nothing to really see. We can see that there's nothing here, unless he goes after the berry bushes. The Huskarls are going to kind of run away here, and now Huskarls get spotted. They are going to be 5 speed, same as Chariot Archers. This will then give his boys from Soup's side a little bit more speed, which means they should be doing a better job catching up with the Chariot Archers. But Ballistics coming through for now. Chariot Archers at this point for Norse are extremely scary, so I like the fast heroic option. Whereas most players would just go pure barracks here. They would just spam up 2-3 barracks, and one of the soldiers does come down as A-gear comes in. You see, I know how to play ISIS. When I can watch these games from these pro players, and I'm like, wow, this is some good decisions. I would have made that decision. Oh dear. I wouldn't play it as well as Recon, that's for sure. I would have been way later to this heroic age. My chariots Would have been carved up. But oh well. Chariots in. Now, what's Recon actually going for? He's empowering the monument to the soldiers. Now he's stopped. Maybe just in case there was Aegir coming in, it does make the radius that stops god powers absolutely massive. That's what the Pharaoh empowering it does. But could drop it over here if he really wants to. But there is a Migdol stronghold to run away from. I assume Soup does know about that one. And it looks like he's dropping it anyway. He definitely saw it before he did it. And that is going to be some chariots running back through. And pretty much everything gets away. This is the perfect counter. You don't even need to drop the monument if it's going to be over here. I was expecting him to empower so that the attack can't come through earlier. But very, very nice play. And the Tempest goes on, goes through. Chariot archers can just run away from these Huskarls. And I've watched plenty of Soup streams. He absolutely hates playing Norse against kind of chariot archers or anything like that. And any horse archer with Norse is so rough to deal with. So if he was streaming this, he would not be happy. But Recon playing it nicely. And this always the cheeky little micro trick to do. Yeah, just leave the Draugr. Recon will take out that Draugr anyway. But yeah, jumping through the Migdol stronghold. Because if the Huskarls turn back on you, then you just go, well, I'll just jump through the Migdol and then go back where I was. Then my opponent's going to lose all of his dudes. And it's going to be a mythic H on the back of this. So this is why people thought or think that ISIS is broken. Because when these top guys play it, like the very top, the tippy top, the Mr., the Recon, you know, these top 5 kind of players play it, then it's just, you can do some disgusting stuff. It's all about the timings with this. So Thoth comes through, you're going to be able to get your Valley of the Kings tech. I believe that's what it's called, where you're going to be able to get the elephants come 2 by 2. It doesn't have to be elephants. You can go chariot archers, you can go camels, but normally you want at least a couple of elephants to begin with because they are expensive and they're big meat shields for your chariot archers. You don't have to go full elephants, but just a couple to begin with. Then you can move into camels if you really want to. It also works on the barracks units. You can empower the barracks, get loads of axemen out. Could be an option just to spam those out super, super quick. And the other thing's the meteor. Very similar to that Ancestors Eclipse. Just put your opponent on the back foot. Soup is going to come through with these portable rams, which are a good counter to these chariot archers on their own. They need something else. You can see that they will eventually take them out, but 3 portable rams coming through, that's not enough. There's not enough chariot archers to take out 3 portable rams. Portable rams will be able to take down the Migdol stronghold, unless the Pharaoh comes in and empowers it with the laborers gathering, but actually repairing, not gathering. But the portable rams do get eaten up by those laborers. And now they are going to just jump back to their gold mine. Siege works coming up on this side. Siege works coming up because catapults are available in the next stage, and that's going to be a great option to take down the hill fort. Or at least I imagine that's why he's dropping it now. Normally, if he wanted siege towers, he would have built this a while ago. Because siege towers be pretty good. They're not bad, pretty good, those siege towers. Laborers gathering the gold and just waiting for that Thoth to come through. The vision's pretty decent for Recon, to be honest. He's got access to so many gold mines later on. This map does spawn with pretty much all the gold mines along the middle. Sometimes you get a cheeky back gold mine, but not always. And actually, both hill forts together might be a bit of a mistake. There's also a great hall coming down here. And the meteor can, I don't think it will take out both, but it will do big damage to the units and Asgardian hill fort if that's what Recon wants to go for. And here is that Valley of the Kings. That is the right name. It's going to be, I believe it must be elephants. How much food he's got in the bank? It is going to be at least 1 elephant. Your Pharaoh, that's his job done. Empowering the gold mine, though. He now has to sit here and empower the Valley of the Kings Migdol stronghold. He's even getting the tusks upgrade. Yes. This is what we like to see. And they're going to be a great answer for those portable rams. There are some herdmen out from Soup already, so he is kind of expecting this. Because herdmen are just the best counter to these war elephants. They trade exceptionally well. They even trade well against the chariot archers if they can jump on top. The issue is they might not be able to get there, especially with this meteor. It's going to deal some big damage, but even just the CC just jumps the units up in the air, then the chariot archers can hit them. And wow. Absolutely brutal. Does manage to take out the herdmen before they get onto the chariot archers. They've taken like no damage at all. And the war elephants are going to be surviving. But did the Pharaoh survive? No, I don't believe so. No. Got my Find Hero hotkey, only has Priest on it. So Soup did manage to snipe the Pharaoh, and that is the big power spike gone for Recon. But when the Pharaoh comes back, he'll be able to be printing these War Elephants beyond belief, if that's what he wants to do with his Tusks upgrade there. And the Asgardian Hill Fort going to be slowly aggressed on from the catapult. I would have liked to see the meteor here in a perfect circumstance, but you've got to use it where you've got to use it. Sometimes you need it for just pure tempo, not max value. And sometimes the tempo play is just better than the value play. Especially in these 1TC kind of timing matchups, you just want to give yourself a little advantage. Like, I hold on to my Ancestors Eclipse sometimes for way too long, looking for that perfect moment, whereas Recon just goes, nah, I'm just going to drop it. Even if it idles your eco for 20 seconds, 20 seconds idle eco early on, it's going to be nice. It's going to push you back. And let me get my Chariot Archers out. It's exactly what happened. Herdman, Huskarl. And Soup has the right idea. This is exactly what you want to build. Unfortunately, the old Tusks upgrade does completely mess up the scoreboard. It always has. It probably always will. It's because it makes your War Elephants cost less pop. And for some reason, that freaks the game out and thinks that you just have loads of units now. Oh, the bear. Black Bear gets 1 kill. Oh, he's looking for a second one. Looks like the Chariot Archers are going to kill the poor bear. But the bear did get even KD, 1 for 1. Not bad. Oh, this black bear wants a bit of action as well. What's happening with these bears? I think this bear might get a kill. As the Chariot Archers are going to come over. I think Recon just attack moved the bear, which, if you didn't know, attack move doesn't work against Mother Nature Gaia units. Just quite funny. Just muscle memory there, kind of stitching you up. But anyway, there's going to be some Levy Mictal Stronghold soldiers. So these are going to come out faster and faster. He's going to get the gold one as well. He's going to get Conscript. It absolutely makes sense. It's the best value unless he wants to go right now, which I think he just wants to go right now instead. I like getting that Conscript in, but still, printing 2 War Elephants for the price of less than 1 with their Tusks upgrade is it's just nice. It's just a nice time. In come the Elephants. Just how tanky these guys are is insane. I wonder whether it's even worth ever building Axemen, because sometimes I think I overrate Axemen when I go for this strat, because Axemen against Norse are just the premium unit, really. Because they're going to, especially with what Soup's got here, you can deal with everything here. If you just had some cheeky Axemen, fortunately the Portable Rams do kind of run straight into the Elephants, and the Elephants will be having a field day here. Recon's just got so much stuff. Soup, I think he's trying to bait for something. Yeah, he's trying to bait for this Vidar here. Trying to just invite Recon in and then try and hit him with a big Vidar. But what this Recon Pharaoh could do is quickly, as soon as he sees Vidar, swap over to the Monument of the Soldiers, and then maybe that would make sure that Soup can't line up his perfect God Power. But the Radius would probably stop here. He could still jump in, get the God Power. Yeah, he can. I mean, he did it right straight away. There's no chance of dodging that one. And that's about as max value as you can really get from that guy. Explosion onto the Migdal, bit of damage on everything, but a great wall here from Recon. Those Chariot Archers can just run through. A great counter to those Huskarls. They have to run around. The Herdmen are doing pretty decent against these Elephants, but now the Huskarls are down, the Chariots can start again aggressing onto those Herdmen, and I think that is going to be all she wrote. I just how Recon and the Mister when he's back play this god is absolutely disgusting. I need to take some notes. I'm definitely going to do this fast heroic, the fastest heroic that you've ever seen. And Recon does take that game. It is a hard matchup for Soup as well, but I wanted to watch this one. I tried to watch Recon on the last patch and it went corrupt, so I couldn't post it. So I needed to get one on this patch. So well played to Recon.